All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. So, as you guys can tell from the thumbnail, we are up 3,000 bucks today. We're going to talk about what we traded, the patterns that we were looking for in our risk management system. But before we jump into it, remember that day trading, like any other business in the United States of America, is risky business. All right, remember that a lot of people out there are struggling. They say 8 out of 10 small businesses fail within 3 years, and 9 out of 10 day traders fail. So this is a rough field. It's not for the faint of heart. It's very difficult. And even on a day like today where I'm up a decent amount, there was a lot of frustration. There was a lot of, areas where, you could have easily went overboard and gotten emotional, right? And that will only lead to more mistakes. So remember the risks of trading. Remember that the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. Copy trading just doesn't make any sense, especially not even for this type of strategy where I'm in and out within moments, within seconds. There's latency on the YouTube stream. It just doesn't make any sense to do. And lastly, guys, remember, I do not invest for my subscribers. I do not do mirror trading. I do not do copy trading. I do not do options trading. These are the tactics that these scammers are trying to use, right? There's a lot of fake accounts out there. I will never message you first. With that being said, let's jump into the action. So as usual, all the stocks that I traded today, I found utilizing my Momo Pro scanner. So, whatever scanner it is that you're using, primarily I'm looking at volume and the percentage gain, right? Volume, the percentage gain, and then the float. So this is the one I use. Whatever you guys are using, this is the criteria for myself, right? Percentage gain, volume, float. Ideally, can the float be less than 25 million, less than 10 million, even better. But that's ideal, right? There are days where we'll see a higher float stock do well, although a little bit more rare. APM up 400%, with 82 million shares of volume, 2.5 million shares in the float. MEDS 86% move, 9 million shares of volume, less than 1 million shares in the float. RVSN 65% move, 86 million shares of volume, less than 2 million shares in the float. IFBD likewise, and so forth, right? So NKGN we lost on. We can start with that and then we can make our way down. NKGN, let's see here. And this stock, I tell you, usually when a stock is uptrending is where I'm at my best, but today also was a day where, there's a lot going on and sometimes you're just on your heels. I'm only watching 2 to 3 stocks at most, and sometimes you'll be watching it something and the opportunity will cost. A stock rips up out of nowhere, you miss the initial front side move, and sometimes that's the case. But let's see here. Let's see exactly where we started on this one. I can't remember. So I was watching around 179, but we ended up pulling back. We had a bit of a bull flag right here, right? Hold up. We pulled back. We had a bit of a consolidation slash flag, and then we went higher. So, again, I needed to be watching this for break of 79. Instead, I'm occupied with other stocks. And by the time I look back, this thing is already halting up here at 215. You missed the entire move. This is kind of what the day was for me in a lot of areas, but with that being said, we still could have done a little bit better. So let's see here. We had a low of 16, high of 82. This was just a tricky resumption. We can take a look at some of the videos here. So the halt pattern. So we had a bull flag, which led into a halt, and now the halt is resuming. Actually, yeah, this is one of those trades where I think I'm in nicely, and then this thing just flushes down, man. What time was this, by the way? Let's double check on that. I thought I wasn't recording today. Actually, did I? No, no, I didn't actually. Oh crap, I forgot. Jeez. And yeah, this is not anything. Yeah, we did not record today, unfortunately. But anyhows, the resumption happens. You know, we open. We actually got a decent trade here. 10:35 a.m. We got a decent trade. We're in, or decent entry rather. And the moment we're trying to sell for gains, this thing is flushing back down, man. So I'm in at 44. I kid you guys not, and I'm in aggressively. In at 44, it rips all the way to about 60, 70 unrealized. I'm trying to sell a moment later. It's already back down. I couldn't believe my eyes. Like from up almost like 700, 600 or more to having a small red trade. Like today was littered with stuff like this. And so, again, it was so easy to get frustrated. But anyhow, we had a bit of a rough start, rough wick right here. But from there, the 1 minute candle made the new high over 32, and it's ripped all the way up over 79. So let's see. This is about 936. So at 37, hold up. No, this is at 36 over 32. So at 36, did I get any trades in at 36? I'm in at 27, 28. I'm out at 17. So we took a loss here. And I believe it dips and then it rips, but I don't catch the move. So I'm in at 37, out at 47. I sold a little early, and I believe it might have went without me. Let's see the timestamp here, 15 seconds later. Because I know we got what was the high? 79. Yeah, because this is pushed up. I believe I might have missed the move, then it dipped down because between 26 and let's see, 26, 47. It is a little hard to tell without the recording. I don't know. I can't say with certainty, but I want to say I missed the move there. I want to say I missed the move. Then the dip comes down, and I'm not confident enough holding the dip, and we end up not getting the continued push. So let's see. We had a low of what, 04, and then 26, 36. But from here we ended up breaking down. So we took losses on this one. Sometimes that's how it goes, right? We took losses and we didn't really get back involved once it curled up. We kind of just were occupied with other stocks, right? So let's get rid of the show trades for now. We were occupied with other stocks. So moving on down the list, we had MEDS and RVSN. MEDS, not a ton to really talk about other than, it gave a good move and I didn't really trade this one. You can see only 1,400 shares. It was lighter volume. Again, I'm watching a different stock in this kind of area here, so I missed the initial push. But on the resumption, let's see, we had a low of 13. I think this one resumed and just kept going. Let's see, 1103. I want to say this one resumed and just kept going, if I'm not mistaken. Because I don't think I had a trade in there. Let's double check. Yeah, no MEDS. Actually, okay, here we go. This is 09. Yeah, this resumption was. And am I mistaking this for a different area? Maybe I am. I don't know. I could be. Oh my gosh, man. I wish I had the recording. It's just so silly. Because the trading, and I can go back on the live stream, but the trading is such a blur. It's such a, I mean, it goes so fast in the moment. 5 hours ago, 11:09. I'm gonna pull it up here on the side. Let me at least see 11:09, 10:11, 10:40, 11:03, I think that was 10 minutes. What time is this? 11:09. Oh, I might have even traded it off screen. Or I was just watching AMP for the most part. Freaking AMP, man. Freaking AMP, brother. $6.85. I'm watching on the whole. Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Like, I'm in at 6.85. I take profits. This was killing me today, bro. I sell and then this thing jumps 60 cents with 4,200 shares. It's so you can get frustrated so easily, man. Back in at 16. At least we capture something there. But anyhow, we're not even supposed to be watching it that. I tell you. Today and yesterday are so frustrating because I miss like every big move, man. I hardly captured like today. All the gains I had was some grinding, just grinding out. No big trade, no, not again. Not that I'm looking for a home run per se, but to capture some of those bigger areas is what's necessary. We capture that area. It's like the 2K right there. That one trade. So anyhow, MEDS, we resume. It's showing the bottoming wick, so I'm not sure why I wasn't involved here, other than maybe watching the other stock at this time. It does resume here, it dips, and then it rips. And at 11:09, let's check that stamp. Did we get to capitalize? We were in at 14, out at 13.83, in at 83, out at 88. Small loss and then a scratch trade. So it doesn't seem like I got anything there. It sold off. Volume was lighter. I think right here is where I decided I'm going to watch it AMP because AMP 8 p.m. rather was giving the better opportunities. HOLO on the other hand, I completely missed this one. This was a quick red to green, lighter volume stuff though. Back up, halted up, huge surge, halted up, resumed. It seems like it gave the dip and then the rip, which is good. But then bearish engulfing, sold off, no good. IFBD, small green here, not a ton to really talk about. In the open, I believe we took trades just to refresh my mind. Yeah, in the first couple of minutes of the day, it pushed up. The 1 minute candle made the new high, baby pullback, it surged up. And then from there, we started to have lows around 670. So I want to believe I took some trades lower below 7, looking for the pop. But ultimately, not a ton. This is around 934. Let's see, 934. IFBD. And at 78. So we had a small loss there. We got to come down some more. And at 05 and 9 out at 25. That's a good trade. Looks like we tried to buy the dip at 90, but we're in too high, taking a 10-cent loss. Back in at 80, coming out at 89, 86, in at 86, out at 93. So this was me basically trying to buy sub $7 here for the bounce, but wasn't quite getting it until it sold off. So moving on to RVSN. This one just a little disappointing. I think at best we were up like 250. Just a grinding stock, man. Despite giving a good move to the upside, super grinder. I think I could have done a better job just taking the extended red candles, but just was super impatient today. I think just a lot of frustration, man. Not a lot of frustration. Sometimes it's why you can't push too hard. You got to just understand where you are is where you are and make the most of it, right? Because we all want to be better. We all want to have more green. But sometimes if you overcompensate, you can make mistakes. And so, me just being impatient for the stock of the day, throwing out orders here and also not taking the extended dips. RVSN, NKGN, we already kind of went over this one. So that leaves us with APM and AISP. AISP. So AISP, this one initially sold off. Big sell off, washed out, huge bear flag right here. I wasn't watching it here, so it did curl back up a bit, but then bearish engulfing, sold off. Got down to yesterday's highs or close to it, and eventually curled back up. So we got up here to, and I traded this move going up. I think we got up to highs of 1K at best. So over this bear flag, over the high of this flag. So this is a bear flag, of course. Right? I mean, we can put the wick going up here. This is a bear flag. So over the high of the flag, break of 707. I was watching here. And as usual, I'm always managing risk on these trades the same, which is to be in and out tight stops. If it's going against me, cutting it for a loss, right? Not looking to hold and get married to the trade. But yeah, I wish I had some archive, but going up, we did have the baby pullback a few times. This is where we get the pullback without an actual red candle. But then we actually got a red candle right here, which was able to then set us up for the 1 minute candle to make a new high into a bit of a baby pullback, and then it surged higher. From here, we priced in our low. We held up these levels, and then we went higher. Bit of a false breakout, a bit of a trap, let's say, first. We came down, looked like we were about to fail, but as it surged back up, we're in. And then we got over the high of 73. Right here, I thought we were going to see something good. And it continued to move up over time, but it didn't. Sold off. And then the same thing again. So right here, we got a bit of a bear flag. And we got over this high point of 735. Pushed up nicely. And right here for sure, I'm like, yes. We're holding up nicely. We're getting a bull flag. I thought here we were going to make a new high and get something like this, right? 1 minute candle makes the new high, consolidates, and then maybe continues over time. Instead, huge flush out and big move down. Just so disappointing, man. And they even tried again over here. Like, this stuff is so frustrating. Because if we zoom out, bigger picture, if we get going, we could get back up to high pre-market highs and then high of day. But instead, we're rejecting the VWAP level. So AISP, some small front side opportunities, but didn't really get to lock in and capitalize as best as we could. And that leaves the last stock of the day, which is APM. How much time? We're pushing 19 minutes. So another 5 minutes on this one, and then we'll shut it down. This was for sure the stock of the day. Started off a little weak. Well, pre-market fairly decent, but then heading into the open, leading up to the open, so sold off, consolidated sideways, and once we got over the high of day of 380 is where things got a little spicy. So we got 390, then 448. From there, it did pull back. We had a halt going up, I believe. We pulled back, curled up, consolidated. We had lows around 350s, and then over the high of, let's say, 430, and then 440 over here. We surged up to 80. It dips to a low of 31, and then it rips. I don't know, what's that low? Did I say 31? I meant to say 54. High was at 48. We dipped to 54, and then it ripped up to 531, and then to 598. But these are definitely the areas where I want to be in with big size and like just capitalizing these trades. Well, as we saw here on the video, like missing some of these bigger trades by seconds, man. By seconds, Retta. I mean, this is just it's part of the deal, though. It's part of the deal, man. It's part of the deal. Let's go back some more. So we got up to 650. And this is kind of a little like afterwards, but even then, if we skip ahead, it's like this thing went from 650 to then 7, and I somehow didn't make money here. Like, just craziness, man. 773. I'm gonna study from yesterday's video. So I'm in at 53. I take it off for a couple bucks. It's back down. Couple cents. I'm guessing it's gonna erupt. Yeah, you see, like I can already tell what the level 2 is looking like, right? We're lingering around 44. I'm wondering if we're gonna see a bit of a bigger 1 minute pullback or more of a move down. And then from 50, it's like from 50 to 77 in the blink of an eye. And then 89. And then it's like sometimes I just get caught off guard. So I might buy break of 8, but it's like this and look at that. I'm trying to buy there. It looks like around like 85. It's hard to be sure what level 2 is saying, but it just jumps up to freaking 810, and I'm in much higher than I would want to be in. So I'm looking to just take that quick gain. We had a high of 20. It dips back down right here. And I think it was a little sometimes I think these stocks are a little bit more extended than they are, and then they just keep going. It's like I'm waiting for a pullback, and it's like, nope, move up. Skip ahead for time. So there's some scratch trades, And then again, slower fills is also another thing today. So 20 is the high. I'm throwing out the order around 15 to 11. I'm in at 27. It gets to 43, but then we're back down already. And it's like, what should have been a sweet winning trade is a losing trade here. Just ridiculous, man. But all in all, a good day. I think tomorrow I'm upset I don't have this recording. I just have like this back half of it, which is like nothing compared to the entirety of the move. This is when we got all the way up to 12. Oh my goodness. And KGN was also like halting up. Like, let's look at this resumption here. And some of this like was aggressive trading, man. Is it halted? Oh, it's probably not even halted. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong level 2. Okay, it was halted. MEDS. Oh no, that was MEDS. Okay, APM was also halted. We're halted up at 1226. It resumes, and this is aggressive because I'm buying and there's not even a dip. So I'm looking for shorts to cover and for this thing to just keep going. So I'm in. I'm in at 15. I don't even know how I get filled at 15. Look at where the ask is. But I sell in the spread. We take a bit of a loss. The moment I sell, it's now moving up. 42, 73, 80. Today and yesterday, I feel like I got unlucky, man. You know, and I've said this before on this channel, like, I can't get unlucky forever. One of these days, whether it's tomorrow or whatever, we're gonna connect and we're gonna finally get the nice 15-20K day that we it's coming. It is coming, brother. But anyhow, so that's gonna do it for the recap. Just going over some of the key areas that I traded. You know, this one ended up going all the way to about, what was it, 17 or so. If we skip ahead, yeah, 17, and then kind of faded out a little bit from there. But yeah, some pretty interesting stuff here for APM and the other stocks. I think at highs I was up 4,000, but all in all, you know, it was a pretty decent day, right? It is what it is. Opportunity will cost at times, but you know, as long as we can lock in and capture those front side moves, right? So once we're pulling away right here, I'm getting in with tight stops and looking to ride the wave higher, in, out, over and over. In, like, let's see, show trades right here. Look at how many trades I'm gonna have in this area, right? As we're pushing up, in, out, in, out. It's salted, in, out, watching it all the way through and through all the way up. Faster, dialing in, locking it in. Up until the very end. Up until the very end. In at 1438, we took a bigger loss here. And then we said, okay, hey, enough is enough. Let's lock it in. So when I say I'm avoiding the backside move, this is what it looks like. Could I keep trading? Of course I can. But to me, at this point, once we stall out and we're not going any higher, I need to leave this thing alone, because this is where short sellers are then now in control. So with that being said, that's going to do it. It's been a good day. It's been Relentless Trader. It's been a good recap. Check out those links down below for Momo Pro. You guys can use code Relentless for 25% off. Other than that, check out the Discord and check out the course link for those of you who are looking to get started with your day trading education. You guys can check it out. Merciless Markets. The links are down below. We do offer one-on-one sessions as well as weekly Q&As. You got the course itself, which goes from 0 to advanced. We do not guarantee success or profitability, but we do think that we can definitely help people to get a good sense of what they're doing and eventually be able to, you know, for some of you guys who are available, because there are variables, right? You need to be available. You have to be actively trying to improve. You have to follow the steps, you know, screen recording, using the simulators, using small size, studying all these different things. We do believe that people out there, right, some people out there will be able to ultimately get a good hang of this style of trading. But yeah, we don't guarantee anything, because you can't guarantee anything with life. I mean, you know, some people didn't even wake up this morning. That's how risky it is. Perfectly healthy people went to sleep and didn't even wake up this morning. That's how risky this life is. So, you know, with that being said, we're gonna shut it down. We're gonna lock it in. Tomorrow we'll be back. I'm gonna study yesterday's archive. I'm gonna upload yesterday's archive as well. That way we all can review tonight. So stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader, and I am, of course, signing out. Deuces.